everybody. Good afternoon. Starting about 30 seconds early, sorry. So it's turned out to be a really nice day outside, which is great after all that crazy rain. I hope that you're all doing well and that you're having a good day. I mentioned in our previous video about a potential opening date. We're not quite sure yet. Phase 2 of opening things up is supposed to include gyms, and that's presumably going to be May 18th, but we'll see kind of what happens as we progress a little bit more, and hopefully by the end of May we'll be back together again. So just kind of stay tuned, and I'll make sure that you guys stay informed, but I'll be sure to be checking things, and I want to be sure that all of us stay safe and don't rush into anything and maybe end up causing more problems. So just be patient with me, and I will also try to be patient. But as soon as we can get things going, we'll be ready to go. Everything's been clean and sanitized. I'll probably do it once again because I'm weird like that. But we're gonna go ahead and get started today with a little vinyasa flow. I'm gonna do probably about 45 minutes or so, keep it a little shorter today. And so if you ever have a question about anything, let me know, but we're gonna go ahead and get started seated. So if you haven't found a comfortable spot to sit, go ahead and find that place. If you want to practice with me, great. If you just want to watch and breathe with me, great. If you want to save this for later, also great. All right, guys, so we're gonna go ahead and start seated, letting the hands rest on the knees, roll the shoulders back, maybe closing the eyes, taking a couple of deep breaths to kind of ground and center ourselves. And especially if maybe you've had some hectic couple of days, just giving yourself a couple of breaths and reminding yourself that this is your body, that you want to move and feel good, but remembering that this is your practice, that you can change, add, modify, skip, anything you like. And maybe your practice today is just watching and breathing with us. But beginning to blink the eyes open if they were closed. Go ahead and inhale, reach those arms out and up. Touch palms, exhale, bring them down through the hearts. And again, inhale, reaching. Touch palms, exhale, bring them down through heart. Maybe pause at the forehead, pause at the lips, pause at the hearts. Again, inhale, reaching. Exhaling, pause, pause, pause. And beginning our practice, reminding ourselves to be mindful of our thoughts, our words, and what we hold in our hearts. And moving forward to hands and knees position. So we're gonna go ahead and make our way to a hands and knees position to warm up with cat-cow. Remember, add any kind of movement you like here, so it doesn't just have to be cat-cow, you can wiggle as much as you like. Inhale to drop to cow. Exhale to round out. Inhale to cow, maybe wiggle around. Exhale, round out. Inhale once more to cow, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Exhale, round it out. And then coming back to neutral. From here, we're gonna tuck our toes under, sit hips to heels. Take a nice big breath, and with the exhale, lift the hips for downward facing dog. Good. Pausing in your down dog, pedal out if you like to, wiggle around, shake out your head. And then we'll start with a little bit of a modified vinyasa. So we're gonna come forward to plank, and you're gonna pause here in your plank pose. Breathe in, and then with the exhale, bend the knees, start to sit your hips back, but keep hovering your knees and press back at the end of that exhale. So we're gonna do it again. Inhale, forward. Exhale, bend, crouch back, unfold. Again, forward, breathing in. Exhale, crouch it back, unfold. Good, pause here. And then stretch back, look forward, and step or walk, feet to hands. Inhale as you lengthen halfway. Exhale as you fold back down. Bend the knees, drop the hips, roll up. Breathing in as you roll up. Shoulders release down the back with the exhale. Inhaling to reach. Warming up the spine, exhale to fold. Inhale, lengthening halfway. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, drop the hips, roll it up. Shoulders down. Exhale, inhale again, reach it out. Exhale to fold. Inhaling to lengthen. Exhale to fold. This time from your fold, put a little bend in your knees, put your fingertips down, take your left foot, step it way back. Let that left knee drop. Let the hips relax forward here and just pause. So you can pause on fingertips or blocks if you have them. You can come up to the knee or you can reach all the way up. Whew. Big breath in. With the exhale, release the hands down, slide back, downward facing dog. This time, inhale forward to plank. With the exhale, you can lower or come down, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, pull forward, little tiny cobra. Exhale, sit it back, downward facing dog. At the end of your down dog, left foot is going to step between the hands. Right knee gently drops, hips forward. Inhale to fingertips, maybe to the knee, maybe all the way up if it feels good to you. Take a full breath in, and then with the exhale, let the hands come down, tuck the back toes, push off the back foot, come forward, forward fold. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to fold. Bend the knees, drop the hips, roll up. Shoulders down the back, exhale. Same thing other side. Inhale to reach. Exhale, fold. Inhaling, lengthening. Exhaling to fold, little bend in the knees. Right foot is gonna step way back. Right knee drops down. Pink. Hips forward, pausing on fingertips, coming up to the knee or reaching all the way up. Full breath. Exhale, hands come down. Again, slide it back to your down dog. Same option, stay here or come forward to plank. Lower, exhale. Inhale, little tiny cobra, elbows stay bent. Exhale, sit it back, downward facing dog. From here, right foot is going to step between the hands. Left knee drops, hips forward. Inhale, fingertips, knee or all the way, full breath in. Exhale, hands come down, tuck those back toes, push off the back foot, come forward, forward fold. Inhale as you lengthen. Exhale to fold. Bend the knees, drop the hips, roll it up. Shoulders down the back with the exhale. From here, take the hands, interlace the fingers behind the back, bring your knuckles over to your right hip, lengthen the spine, and then bring the right ear to the right shoulder. So you get a little neck stretch here. That's what it looks like from the front. Bring everything back through center, knuckles to center. Exhale, bring those knuckles to your left hip, lengthen the spine, breathe in. Exhale, left ear, left shoulder. Stretch out your neck a little bit, especially if you've been at the computer a lot. Inhale back to center. Then this time, leave those hands behind the back. Maybe take the feet a little bit wider. Breathe in. You can start to pull those arms to straight if it feels good. Bend the knees. Exhale, fold over the legs. And the hands can stay, or again, you can pull them to straight and let them relax down. You can kind of give yourself a little bounce, a little sway, a little rock. Good. Inhale to come up halfway. With the exhale, fold, release your hands down. Go ahead and step into your downward facing dog. Pause here. From down dog, take the right leg up and back. So three-legged dog. Now from here, you can stay or you can bend the knee, open up, stack the hips. Give yourself a little hip love. Breathe here. Back through center. Exhale. Right foot steps between the hands. Back heel is going to drop parallel to come up to warrior two. Inhaling as you come up, warrior two. Adjust as much as you need to. Protect the front knee. So make sure that it's pressing open instead of buckling in. Think about equal weight in both feet. Shoulders are stacked over the hips. Arms are out, gazing forward. Breathe here. Relax the shoulders. Good. From here, if you'd like to try a little variation, you can lift your right heel up so you're up on the ball of your right foot. Changes the sensation. Stay there, or you can drop it back down. Inhale, reach forward, flip the palm, reverse warrior. Open up, side body. Inhale back through center with the exhale. Put that heel down if you had it lifted. Bring the hands down around the right foot. Turn onto the ball of your left foot. Left knee is gonna relax back down, and then just like you did before, take your hands to the top of your right leg and peel your chest up. Roll the shoulders back. Breathe here. Good. If this doesn't feel great, you can always take your fingertips back down. If this feels okay and you want to try something a little different, the left hand is going to go to the back of the left leg, kind of on your left hamstring to kind of help support, right? And then from here, your right hand can stay, or you can start to lift up and back, palm facing the back of the room. And you can use this left hand to support, to help press your chest up toward the ceiling. Breathe here, protect your own back. Relax the neck. You can even hold your hand to the back of your head. Ooh, that feels good. To give yourself support. Breathe. And then gently assist yourself to come back up. Exhale, hands are going to come down. Bring it back. Downward facing dog. Stay in your down dog. Take a child's pose, or maybe take a vinyasa, either modified or full vinyasa. From here, same thing, other side. Left leg is going to lift with the breath in. Stay there, or bend the knee, open up, stack those hips. Breathe here. Equal weight in both arms. Inhale to center, square off. Exhale the footsteps between the hands. Dropping the back heel parallel. Preparing for warrior two. Inhaling as you come up for warrior two. So take the time to set it up. I'm a big fan of really wiggling in to get comfortable in the position. Especially on carpet, my feet slide, so I have to adjust a lot. Press the knee open, pull the right ribs back, shoulders over hips, arms out, gazing forward over that front hand. Breathe here. Keep making sure that your tailbone and your pelvis stay neutral so you're not dumping. Breathe. And then you may want to lift the heel if it feels good. Stay there. You can always drop it. Inhale, reach forward, flip the palm, and release to a reverse warrior. Breathe here, open it up. Inhale back to center. Exhale, the heel drops. Hands come down around the foot, turning back onto the ball of my right foot. Right knee drops down. Hips forward, bringing the hands to the knee, peel the chest up if that feels good. Pause here. Good. Then stay, or right hand can go to the back of the right leg, to that right hamstring, and you can kind of brace yourself. Stay there, or left arm can reach up and back. Good. As you reach up and back, stay there, or make a little head rest. Support your head and relax back. Keep lifting away from the lower back. Breathe here. And then help yourself come back up. Hands are going to come down, pull it back, down dog. Vinyasa or not, your choice. Remember, you can always take a little child's pose. Good. Then wherever you are, go ahead and press back to down dog. If you're taking child's pose, feel free to stay there. From our downward facing dog, stretch back, look forward, and step, walk, or hop. So if you've been wanting to hop, but you're kind of afraid to, just try it out. Just bend your knees, shake like a little bunny, and then just take a little teeny tiny bunny hop. Pink. It doesn't have to be perfect. Mine aren't great. That's okay. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, drop the hips, roll up. Shoulders down the back with the exhale. Good. Pause here. Take a couple of grounding breaths. Adjust your pants if you're like me and your pants just roll all over the place. Pause here. And I'm actually going to turn to face you guys because we're going to do a little chair sequence that I've been working on. I don't know why I've been like really digging chair lately, but you're going to bring your feet and legs together for chair. If you really prefer hips width distance, that's completely fine. I also really like doing hips width distance with a block so that you're squeezing. So if you have a block, go for it, grab it. If you don't, no worries. All right, I didn't mean to throw that aggressively. Hands to the heart, breathe in. Exhale, snuggle down into your chair. Tailbone and pelvis are neutral. So notice I'm not letting my tailbone curl back. I'm pulling it to a neutral position, pulling the ribs in. Breathe here. Good. If you want to hang out in your Utkatasana and just kind of stay here, if you want to move, you can move with me. So we're going to press down, inhale, lift up, reach up. Exhale, reach out, down, around, bend, hands back to heart. Each time maybe sit a little deeper into the chair. Press down, inhale, lift up. Exhale, reach out, down, around. Maybe get a little smaller. Press down, inhale, lift up, reach up. Exhale, bring it down, maybe a little smaller. Yep. One more, press down, lift up, inhale. Exhale, bring it down, around, maybe all the way into a toe squat. I just threw that at you guys, sorry. So if you're not able to come into a toe squat from standing, you can always come to it from the ground up, right? That's fine. Press your legs together, roll the shoulders back. Breathe here. You can always put your fingertips down. Think about a nice flat back. Breathe. All right, then from here, we're gonna press down, inhale, lift up, reach up, come all the way to standing. So think about like a little bottle rocket. You're gonna press down, lift up. So press down, inhale, lift up, reach up, around, exhale, hands to heart. That was harder than I thought it would be. From here, we're gonna go ahead and go wide with the legs, all 10 toes forward. Breathe in, hands to hips. Exhale, fold forward. Relax the head and neck, shake it out. Fingertips can come down for stability. Tip the weight forward into the balls of the feet. So you almost want to feel like you're going to fall onto the top of your head, but you won't. Breathe here. Good. And then from here, we're going to pop up onto our fingertips, turn right toes out slightly to a little 45-degree angle. Walk the hands to the right, start to bend the right knee. Left leg is going to stay straight. Pause there. See how it feels. Maybe stay there, or if it's available to you, relax all the way down to the right hip, making sure the sole of the right foot stays flat. So if your heel comes up, that's not necessarily the worst, but you want to prop. So you can roll up a towel or a blanket and prop underneath. You just don't want to hang out and put a bunch of pressure there, right? So if you're in this position, great. If you have a block, it's a great place to use it so you can come up a little bit. It's a little less intense. So remember, whatever variation you want, but if you have a lot of space, you want to be able to prop some way. You want to support your own body, right? All right, breathe here. And then, just for fun, if you're feeling it, you can sit, if you're in this position, sit back on your glutes, drop that knee down, breathe here. And then, just for fun, if you're feeling it, no hands, it's actually really hard, so who knows. Bring that knee up, bring the weight forward, come back. Whew. It looks like it should be pretty easy, but it's actually very difficult. Fingertips down, gently rock back, all 10 toes forward, exhale, fold here. Inhale, lift. Turn those left toes out, a little 45-degree angle. Start to bend the left knee, walk the hands to the left a little bit. Right leg can stay straight with the foot flat. Option 1, hang out here if it feels good. If it's available to you, you can come all the way down. Remember, whew, I don't know what that was. Remember that you can prop if you want to. You can put something underneath your heel here if you'd rather, especially if you're feeling a lot of sensitivity there. Or you can always come back to with the foot flat, right? That's fine. You can also skip this completely if you want to. Breathe here. But just kind of working into full range of motion into the hip joint, really getting kind of curious about what goes on in our hips and how we feel day to day. Because 2 days ago I did this and I could not do it. Today, feeling a little better. So from here, if you want to try it, just if you want to, sit back on your glutes, drop the knee down, breathe there, fix your pants, lift the knee up, pull forward. That side was rough. And then bring the hands down, come back through center, all 10 toes forward, exhale, fold. Inhale, hands to hips, come up halfway. Exhale here, inhale all the way up. And then, like the Ashtanga method, you can hop your feet together. Inhale, reach. Exhale to fold. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to fold, hands come down, step back into downward facing dog. From down dog, go ahead and come onto the knees, sit it back, take a child's pose, breathe there. Good. Whatever resting pose you like, that could be child's pose, that could be just sitting. Sorry, I'm trying to fix my shirt so nothing is showing. Take a couple of breaths. And then from here, we're gonna go ahead and come back to our downward facing dog. And maybe, if you want to, only if you want to, trying our flip dog today. So, let me see. I guess I'll show you one way this way and then I'll turn, because I want you to be able to see. So we're gonna press into our downward facing dog. You may wanna hang out here, or inhale, lift the right leg. You may wanna hang out there, or bend the knee, open up, exhale, hang out there, or let this leg get heavy, leave the left hand, leave the left foot, start to flip, 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 flip. You end up on the ball of your right foot, left leg straight, right knee bent, press down, lift up, reach that right arm back. Palm down, protect the shoulder. Breathe here. And then to come back, you just pivot, 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 back, put it down. Same thing, other side. So maybe you will see better this way. All right, left leg lifts, stay there, or bend the knee, open up. Stay there, or get heavy, heavy, heavy. Land, left knee bends, right leg straight, up on the left toes. Lift the hips, left hand reaches. Breathe there. And then we're just gonna flip back, beak, beak. All right, back into our down dog. From down dog, walk your hands back towards your feet. Inhale to lengthen halfway. Exhale to fold. Put a little bend in the knees, relax the head and neck. Grab opposite elbows and just hang here. Maybe sway side to side if that feels good to you. Kind of shake it out. Then gently release the elbows. Inhale as you lengthen. Exhale as you fold. From your fold, go ahead and make your way back into a downward facing dog. So walk those hands forward to come back into your down dog. Breathe here. Inhale, come forward to plank. Good. From plank, exhale, lower all the way down onto your mat, onto your abdomen. If maybe lying down on your abdomen doesn't feel great, maybe you are pregnant or something and that's not accessible to you right now, feel free to skip this or maybe just work on cat-cow or even just wide leg child's pose. But we're gonna come down, slide the hands back, elbows in. Big toes together, heels away, pressing into the tops of the feet, knees lift, pelvis presses down, glutes are relaxed. Inhale, little tiny cobra, roll the shoulders back, elbows in. Exhale, bring it down. Inhale, medium-sized cobra. Relax the head and neck. This is teenage cobra. Exhale, bring it down. One more, press down. Inhale, lift. Maybe full adult cobra. Elbows stay bent. Roll the shoulders back, relax the head and neck. Exhale, bring it down. Then go ahead and take the hands. You can stack the hands and put your forehead down. Pause here. And breathe. All right, from here, just for fun, go ahead and come onto the forearms like you would for Sphinx pose. So the elbows are bent, elbows are underneath the shoulders, palms are flat, arms are parallel. I'm rolling the shoulders back. I'm pressing down into the forearms, lifting the chest. Head and neck are relaxed, so I don't need to look up. Pressing into the tops of the feet, knees lift, pelvis down. So it's like I'm pushing down and then pulling forward. It's a simultaneous action. So you feel your shoulder blades slide together and down your back. Pause here, breathe. Then, just for fun, bring your chin to your chest, press really round the back. If it feels accessible to you, press onto the tops of your feet, start to lift your hips. Breathe. The first time I saw this, I was like, oh, that looks so easy. And then I did it and I wanted to throw up, but not in a bad way. And then exhale and come down. I'm supposed to make this sound more fun. It is fun though. Let yourself relax down. Go ahead and relax your forehead. Bend your knees. Do a little windshield wiper. What I meant to say by that was that it's harder than it looks. Whew. This is what happens when I'm not around people. I just say whatever pops into my little head. Relax those legs down. Slide the hands back. press through. Take a little child's pose, knees wide or knees together. And then from here, go ahead and sit up onto your shins. And we're gonna take Virasana, Hero's Pose. Now, Hero's Pose, it depends on your body and maybe your history, like if you've had an injury or something, may not feel great to a lot of people. So feel free to skip it, modify it, prop it, just watch it if you want to. So your first option for Hero, and it does get into the knees and the hips quite a bit. So your first option is to sit on your shins. This is it. So this can be quite a bit of sensation in the knees and the quadriceps. So if it feels okay, stay here. If it's a little too much, take a folded towel or a rolled blanket or something, put it between your heels and your glutes, and that will help. And you can breathe there. If you want to try Hero, you can use a blanket. I've got a block right here, so I'm just going to show you with the block. If you don't have a block, that's okay. Folded towel, blanket, big bulky sweatshirt that you can roll up works, that's fine. So you're going to bring your legs, thighs together, rock forward, bring your feet out, right? And you're going to move your calves out of the way so you can snuggle your buns down between your heels. So if you come down and you're like, no thank you, use a block, prop, give yourself that little extra support. That actually feels really nice. Some days this pose feels really good to me, some days it doesn't. It feels okay today. So I'm going to go ahead and snuggle into it. I want to keep pressing my thighs together, right? Breathe here. You don't want your knees splaying open. And if at any point you feel pain is your body's way of saying, hello, please stop doing this. So stop doing it. Breathe here. You can always lean back a little bit. I like to kind of press the shoulders back, press the chest up a little bit. Breathe there. And Hero is a great position to be in, to kind of take your hand, make a little cup, roll the shoulders back and breathe. Because I like to imagine here that if this is the most uncomfortable I've been all day, then it's a really good day. Sometimes if you've had kind of a rough day, this kind of puts things into perspective. And then when you're ready, you're going to start to come out, pressing into a downward facing dog, and it's going to feel weird, but maybe in a good way. And I like to kind of pedal out, get everything wiggled around. All right. And we're going to go ahead and come through to seated. Yay! All right, so from seated, we're going to go into a straddle fold. Now, if straddle folds are not your favorite, if you're like me, you can prop them with a blanket or a towel underneath you. You can take them at a wall space, actually. So you can't, sorry, this is like my little yoga wheel. It's a good one. You can take the legs wide and use the wall to assist you. That's actually my personal favorite. You can always lie down up against the wall, take your legs up, let your legs open. That's a nice option too, or you can just take it the traditional way, whatever you want to do. So I'm just going to stay seated, because if I take it reclined, I'll never come back up. I'll just lay there for 20 minutes. So I'm going to go wide with the legs. You can go a little bit shorter if you want to, whatever you like, and you can prop. Ideally, and actually I have a blanket, so I'm going to go ahead and use it. Ideally, I like to prop. That's up to you. I like to make a little fold, sit on the front edge of the blanket. Take the legs wide. It kind of just helps rock the pelvis forward. And then from here, you can just kind of hang out sitting upright. You can walk forward. You can pop to forearms, whatever feels good, but take it in steps. I know that sometimes I go straight to what I know I can get to, and I'm bypassing all of the steps. So take little tiny steps, take 5 breaths, and then once it feels good, maybe come down, take 10 breaths, see if that feels good, then maybe come down. And you want to think about a flat back coming down instead of rounding, because you don't want to impede a nice full breath. Sometimes rounding, it's really hard to breathe. So the flat back can help. Flexing the feet, breathe here. Doing this at the wall is actually very helpful. And then gently, when you're ready, start to come up. Use your hands to help bring your legs together. And we're going to bend the knees. If you are on a blanket or a towel or something, you can come off of it. We're going to bend the knees. Feet are going to stay flat. Hands behind the legs like you're doing a cannonball. Inhale, pull the chest forward, elbows back. Exhale, round out, elbows forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, round. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to round. And then coming back to neutral, we're going to go ahead and scoot forward to come all the way down onto our backs. So as you come onto your back, pause here. Take your feet a little bit wider than the width of your hips. Maybe do a little windshield wipers. Good. And then from here, once you've done your windshield wipers and maybe your back feels nice and neutral, then you can go ahead and pull the knees in. Kind of pause here, maybe rock side to side. If there's a specific inversion you want to take, go ahead and take it now. I'm just going to take waterfall with my hands underneath. So if you want to take bridge pose, supported bridge, legs up the wall, whatever you want, go ahead and take that. Or you can take your hands underneath you, palms down. If you have a block, you can use it. And I'm just going to take the legs straight up and breathe there. And I like to kind of point and flex my feet, wiggle my toes, roll the ankles. But you want to think about keeping the shoulders relaxed, breathing here, and your legs don't have to be perfectly straight. So if your hamstrings feel kind of tight, put a little bend in your knees and that will feel a little better. And breathe here. You can open your legs up, get a little hip opening there if it feels good, and a rock side to side. Sometimes that feels good. Take a couple of breaths. And then whenever you're ready, gently start to come out. So if you want to stay in your inversion a little longer, go for it. Good. Then we'll go ahead and begin to take our Shavasana. So like I said, a little bit of a shorter class, I know, but a nice way to get a little bit of a sweat going and a little bit of movement. So when you're ready to take your Shavasana, go ahead and relax and breathe here. I realize that I said, you get a sweat going. I realize that a lot of you may not be sweating. I just am. Relax the legs. Rest in whatever position you like. If that means you want to roll to your side or to your belly or use a wall space or something, go ahead and do that. Anything that feels good here, anything that feels comfortable and relaxing. But I really invite you to take some time to take some deep breaths. Maybe close your eyes, maybe put a towel or something over your eyes if you want to here. And breathe. And reminding yourself of our intention of allowing our thoughts, our words, and all that we keep in our heart to be positive and to be mindful of those things, to understand the delicate balance between what we can control and what we cannot control. And understanding that sometimes when we feel that we cannot change the way that we feel, when we feel kind of stuck in our feelings, remind yourself that that's okay, that you have full permission to feel your feelings, and that you also have permission to release them. And just like the storm that we had last night and part of this morning, and now seeing that it's sunny and beautiful outside, remind yourself that you are allowed to change, that you're allowed to grow, to develop. Take another very deep breath in. Imagine taking in what you need in this moment. Maybe that's rest or patience or love. Maybe that's kindness, compassion, understanding, connection. Bring that into yourself with a big breath in. And when with the exhale, imagine releasing something that does not serve you in this moment. Releasing guilt, sadness, releasing shame, anger, frustration, impatience. And maybe staying and continuing with that breath pattern if it serves you, until you can visualize that you are completely filled up with positivity and you have completely released those negative feelings. And if you're taking Shavasana, I invite you again to stay here about 10-12 minutes, maybe even longer if it's available to you. But then when you're ready, starting to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Rotate your wrists and ankles. Maybe stretch out long overhead. With the exhale, bend the knees, relax the arms, and you can keep the knees bent with the feet flat and do windshield wipers, or you can pull all the way in and rock side to side. And then start to roll to your right side. Pause there, letting your head rest on your arm. And then pressing into your hands to help you come up to seated. Coming to a comfortable seated position, however you like to sit, sitting up tall, maybe keeping the eyes closed. Bringing the hands together at the heart in prayer. And keeping some space between the palms to represent the space you've created in your mind, the space that you've created in your body. And making it part of our intention as we continue this week and begin a new month to fill that space with positivity, and making it part of our intention as we close our practice to be mindful. And so now bringing the thumbs to the forehead, being mindful of our thoughts, the thumbs to the lips, being mindful of our words, and the thumbs to the heart, being mindful of what we hold in our hearts. Closing our practice, saying together and to each other, the light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you guys. I hope that you enjoy this little mini practice. I hope that you have a great afternoon. Maybe you'll get to sit out and enjoy some sunshine for a little while. And I will be again with you tomorrow. Tomorrow's Thursday. Tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. for a short tutorial on Sharvangasana shoulder stand. Ways to prop it, ways that you can use the wall or a chair, and then also ways to help you get into it safely without feeling like you're out of control. And we'll use a wall space to help you with that. So if you're going to want to practice that, I recommend finding a wall space or even using a chair. All right, guys, see you guys tomorrow morning. Bye, have a great day.